The blizzard did not arrive gently. It came like a living force, swallowing the mountains whole, erasing the road, the sky, and any sense of direction. Snow slammed into the frozen ground so violently it felt as if the world itself was trying to disappear. In the middle of that white chaos, a lone Navy SEAL moved forward with grim determination, his boots sinking deep into the snow, his breath coming out in sharp clouds. Behind him, his K9 stayed close, alert and fearless, eyes cutting through the storm. Somewhere ahead, a human life was fading fast, and time was already running out. Before the story goes any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of human compassion even in the darkest moments, take a second to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Small actions can carry big meaning. The SEAL had been deployed for weeks in brutal winter conditions, assisting emergency operations when a high-profile vehicle went missing during a sudden mountain storm. The reports said it belonged to a powerful CEO, a man known more for boardrooms and billion-dollar decisions than survival. His convoy had ignored weather warnings, confident money and machines could outrun nature. They were wrong. Now the storm owned the mountain, and rescue crews were running out of options. That was when the SEAL and his K9 were sent in, not because success was guaranteed, but because giving up was never an option. As they advanced through the blinding snow, the K9 suddenly slowed, then pulled forward with urgency. The wind screamed, but instinct spoke louder. The SEAL followed, pushing past pain, cold burning his lungs. Then he saw it. A vehicle half buried in snow, hood open, flames dying under thick ice. Tracks ended abruptly, as if hope itself had collapsed there. Near the wreckage lay a man, unconscious, his body stiffening, his face bruised and pale. This was no longer a CEO or a title. This was simply a human being on the edge of disappearing forever. The rescue was anything but easy. The storm intensified, visibility shrinking to nothing. The SEAL fought against numb hands and exhaustion as he lifted the man, whose expensive coat offered little protection against the merciless cold. The K9 stayed pressed close, radiating warmth, refusing to leave the fallen stranger's side. Every step back felt heavier than the last, snow dragging at their legs like chains. The mountain did not want to give them back. Minutes blurred into an endless struggle. The SEAL's muscles screamed, but training, duty, and something deeper kept him moving. He had seen loss before. He had felt regret. He refused to add another name to that invisible list. When they finally reached the extraction point, the CEO was barely alive, his pulse weak but present. Against all odds, life had held on. Days later, the storm passed, but its impact lingered far beyond the mountains. The CEO woke in a hospital, surrounded by machines, warmth, and silence. He learned what had happened, not from headlines or reports, but from the quiet truth that he had survived because strangers had risked everything for him. Men and animals trained not for profit, but for protection. For service. For humanity. Recovery was slow, but reflection was faster. The CEO could no longer ignore the weight of that moment. The image of a soldier kneeling in the snow, of a K9 standing guard without hesitation, replayed in his mind endlessly. It shattered the illusion that power meant control. It showed him that real strength looked very different than he had ever imagined. What followed surprised everyone. The CEO stepped away from reckless ambition and redirected his influence. He invested heavily in veteran support programs, search and rescue units, and K9 operations. Not for publicity, but because gratitude demanded action. He met the SEAL again, not as a superior figure, but as a humbled man offering thanks he could never fully repay. Some rescues save a life. Others save a soul. And now, before this story ends, if this journey moved you even a little, if it reminded you that compassion still exists in a harsh world, please take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe. Your engagement helps stories like this reach hearts that need them. Just before you go, leave a comment telling us what this story made you feel, or who it reminded you of. Because sometimes, it only takes one storm, one act of courage, and one loyal soul to change everything.